Appreciate you guys coming out to cover, obviously, women's basketball. You got a great team here, and Kim, obviously, tremendous coach, and a really talented team with an incredible environment. This community has done a great job supporting your program. You know, I felt like we had some really good stretches and then some stretches that we struggled. You look at 3 out of the 4 quarters, I thought we really competed at a high level. Thought our players showed some great resiliency, had a hard time matching them on the boards, which most teams do. And I don't know what the magic she's got at halftime, but that third quarter seems to be a problem for everyone. And we were prepared for that. We talked about it, the importance of really those first 5 minutes coming out of half. But they just took it to a whole nother level. I thought we didn't do a very good job keeping them out of the paint. That was a point of emphasis. We know they've got 3-point shooters, but really good with their dribble penetration and obviously with their size inside, and just had too many gaps. And LSU doesn't need a lot of space to be able to attack and create off that bounce.
Yeah, what does Morrow add for them that you didn't get to face her last year? What does she bring to this team for LSU?
A little bit of everything. Really talented player. You know, she's so versatile with her ability, and you know, I think she probably shoots the 3 ball pretty well too. And you know, that's not something she does a lot of right now, but she's got great range. She stretches the defense, physical, athletic. Great rebounder, great post, or great defensive presence. I mean, just brings a little bit of everything. I think a huge pickup for Kim.
Coach, we couldn't tell what it was, but what was the technical? Do you know explain what that had?
I can tell you what I said. I said that was a foul. I guarantee you it was a foul. And that was 100% it. You know, I felt like maybe if there was some profanity in there, it might feel a little bit different, but you know, I guess I was too far out of my box, and I think it was more where I was at versus what was said.
Can you talk about LSU's athleticism in terms of like being able to maybe contest some shots, or blocking some shots and getting steals and converting into transition?
Can you say that again? I'm so
LSU's
sorry.
athleticism,
Yeah.
just in how they were able to contest shots, get some blocks, and they turn some steals into transition
Decent,
buckets.
right? Decent. You know, they incredibly good shot blockers. I don't know what they ended up with. Was it 6? Is that right? I think they had 6 in the first half, but it seemed like it was a lot more. I just didn't think we did a good job playing with pace. But, you know, that's the thing with LSU, just ball security, live ball turnovers versus dead ball turnovers, and then just quick shots that lead into transition buckets for them. So again, 2 things we talked a lot about, but you know, I think that's one of the things that makes LSU really good, is their ability to get out and go in transition, and then you get the crowd and the energy, and it snowballs in a hurry.
Yeah, Coach, LSU leads the country in free throw attempts and makes. How did you keep them off the free throw line so much early on through the first quarter and a half?
Yeah, well, obviously they ended up with 21, so, I mean, maybe a little bit below their average, I guess, but still felt like there was a lot of ticky-tack fouls that, you know, we've just got to do a better job to not put ourselves in those positions. I think probably easier said than done as a coach. You know, it's so physical, you know, the size, the athleticism, and, you know, you're really trying to battle on the boards, and so quick and explosive off the bounce, but I thought we gave up, I don't know what it ended up with, but a couple of 3-point plays, and then just the ticky-tack ones that add up.
Robin, just a curiosity question for you, but tonight LSU ran a promo dressed like Kim Mulkey. I don't know if you guys noticed any of that at all, but what's it say for the sport of women's basketball to to see just kind of an impact of whether it be a coach or a specific player, and just kind of see how they sort of galvanize a local community or even possibly, a broader reach than that.
Yeah, well, if I would have known about it a little sooner, I would have bought a wig and came out in some glitter jacket just to create some excitement. But Kim's done an incredible job. I mean, she's a Hall of Fame coach. She's, I've got so much respect for her. I think it's been really, I think for women's basketball, to see the kind of support here and the following that, she's created just with the legacy that she's had. She's been a trailblazer, and I think it's great for the sport, to be honest with you.
Coach, last year you faced Flau'jae Johnson. Just talking about what you saw from her tonight and the growth.
I think just tremendous athlete. I don't think she forces a lot. So quick off the bounce. Again, some tremendous athleticism. Can play multiple positions. Just a really special player.
Turn over to Zoom. All right, those of you on Zoom, whenever you're ready.
Hey, Robin, just kind of looking at everything going on tonight. Obviously, in that third quarter, kind of put you down a little bit. But what did you think happened there? Was it similar to Kansas State, or was it something a little different?
No, I think when you look at what LSU has been able to do consistently, within the non-con. Their third quarters have been really, really good. And, I kind of joked about it, but, in all reality, I think that's the quarter. What they've outscored their opponents in the third is very impressive. And, they got the crowd behind them. They got a lot of energy. And it's what they do. We try to prepare our kids for it and just talk about the sense of urgency that we had to have on that defensive end. But, they're an awfully good team. I think we had a good plan. I don't think we kept them out of the paint at the level that we needed to. But I am proud of our players. I thought they really battled and competed, and I thought at stretches, we matched them. We matched, just the intensity and the physicality of the game. And there were some stretches, especially in that third quarter, that hurt us.
Coach, piggybacking off of that, and you touched on this in your opening statement, there have been several games now where you'll play pretty well for 3 quarters and you'll let 1 quarter get away, and that ends up sort of defining the game. In your opinion, is there any sort of remedy for not letting individual quarters snowball and end up creating mountains that are too high to climb in the end?
Yeah, I think honestly, only 2 games that really jump out to me, and it was this game and K-State. I think both really good teams, and I don't feel like it's been a reoccurring issue for us. I think these are the 2 of the games that probably stand out to me the most, and we got to be better coming out of half. And is that something that I need to evaluate? The conversations we're having. I know our players understand our goal is always to win the first 3 minutes, but we're playing some really good teams, and that's just part of it.
With 18 turnovers tonight, what was?
Yeah, way too many turnovers. LSU is number 1 in the country in steals. They're pretty high up there. I know they lead the league, so pretty good defensive team. Have range and size and athleticism. Just felt like we got sped up, especially in that third quarter. Just playing off 2 feet and. We just didn't value the ball at the level that we needed to. We knew those live ball turnovers would come back to bite us, and I thought they did. But I thought Judd uncharacteristically, had some turnovers that she's usually been a little bit better for us. But as a team in the SEC, having 18 turnovers, you're going to make it a long night for yourself. So just the importance of that ball security.
What goes into that, fixing that part of that for you guys? Is it practice? Is it something this is more of a mindset when it comes to fixing ball security?
I just think, just watching film, again, we've got a lot of young players out there. And you're playing in a really tough environment against the defending national champions. And so you're going to have you're going to have possessions that seem bigger than what they are. But I think just real life experience and going through the fires and, again, I think so many times you try and skip the stages, but we've got a young team playing on a big stage, and we've just got to continue to learn and grow from it.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I guess when you kick off SEC play this way, I mean, how would you really evaluate some of that younger talent? I mean, this is kind of a welcome to the SEC moment, literally, for players like Grace and Abby. But what did you think? How do you evaluate that? I thought Hannah played a really good game tonight against two really good players too.
Yeah, I did too. I think, I love our freshmen. I think they're competitors. They don't get too high, too low. I think there's a lot of really good things. And you win as a team and you lose as a team. So, there's things that we've got to do better. Offensively, I thought we got sped up. Like I said, defensively, we had a hard time rebounding with a really athletic, good rebounding team. And so it's just part of the SEC. Again, tonight's a tough matchup and in a tough environment, but we're going to learn from it. We're going to grow from it, and that's the great thing about the SEC is that, you got about 8 weeks. It's going to be action-packed, and you got another opportunity in a couple days.
All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Thank you.